Comedy show. Oh, we went and got the best for you. These people I do comedy with all through the year. And it's another reason why I designed this, because these guys are spectacular. I don't know why they're not on Johnny Carson and all that good stuff. But the first person coming up, this lady wrote for Joan Rivers. She did the Johnny Carson show. Oh yeah. She is New York's best teacher. And she's my wonderful and beautiful friend. Please give it up for the beautiful, the wonderful Delaney Witt. Please come up here. Come on, baby.
Let's hear it for Curtis. What a master of ceremonies. Yeah. And DJ. Don't watch me dance. No. I was a school teacher around here. I wasn't a dance teacher at all. But Curtis said that I wrote some jokes for Joan Rivers, and that was true. And of course, she's no longer with us. I filled out a contract that said I'm never allowed to say the jokes out loud ever. But then when she was gone, I thought maybe I could tell the jokes. My friend said, her lawyer is not dead yet. So I can't tell those jokes. That's a little harsh to say that. He's still alive. But you might be looking at me wondering, is that the love child of Barbara Streisand and Barry Manilow? I can't be, because I'm almost their age. I'm a retired teacher. Like I said, I taught right down Merrick Road at PS 140. And I found it difficult to teach the kids because they would have these fights, and like the mayor would say, everything's a teachable moment no matter what happened in the classroom. So I'm breaking up a fight and this kid goes, he choked me terrible! I said, stop. You're using your adverbs incorrectly. He choked you terribly. Then I was teaching measurement, and they didn't give me money to buy scales or anything, so I went home. I brought in my Weight Watchers scale, my bathroom scale, and my cocaine scale. I'm only kidding. I never went to Weight Watchers. But they have a nice tray on top of that scale. You can put a banana split in there with a lot of syrup and a cherry on top. But famous people went to the school that I taught in down Merrick Road. A famous broadcaster, 2 NFL stars, and the ATM Bandit went to my school. Oh. Yeah, he did. He did. But one day we had the graduation for the Honor Society, and the valedictorian was missing. Then that night I put on TV, she's on America's Most Wanted. But I'm getting older, like I am retired. I'm getting old. Anyone else getting older here? Oh, good, I'm not alone. Good. But I try to have a positive attitude, which you probably do too. So like I get these things called varicose veins that the women get, but I changed the name of mine. I called them the Google Roadmap to Adventure. And this road takes you to the Sterling Forest. I'll break that down to you youngsters. Like you have the Brazilian and all, I got the Sterling Forest and the Silver Lake going on. TMI, right? And then this road takes... Great. This road takes you to the Dead Sea, Death Valley. But I don't know about you ladies, but you look in the mirror and every day you see something new happening. Like I have pound signs, I have exclamation points, I have parentheses on my face. And I said, if you have parentheses, pound signs, exclamation points, just lay down and they'll send a text message on you. I mean, you heard of the information age? I'm headed for the inflammation age. And I'll be very honest with you, I'm losing my hair. You can't tell, I cover it up, I'm losing my hair. But I know where it's going. It's going to my knuckles. You young ladies, you say you don't like the cramps, the PMS, right? So you can't wait for what? What do you call that lady? The change. Right? The hot flashes. Who said it? Yeah, the hot flashes. So like you're waiting for the change and you get the hot flashes, the mood swings. You know what I say to you young ladies? Menstruation, menopause, those were the good old days. Yeah. Because I don't have any of that, but you get older, that's the price you pay, right? The cuckoo on my biological clock is wearing Depends. Yeah, that's old. So, I was married twice. I was married to a Jewish guy first, and then I was married to a Chinese guy. So people say, what's the difference? There's no difference. They're both cheap and drive terribly. Right? But when I was married to the Chinese guy, we had 3 New Years. That was pretty good. I mean, first you have the American New Year, which is, what, next week? And then you have fireworks. Then you have Chinese New Year, fireworks. But for the Jewish New Year, there are no fireworks. Unless you eat my Aunt Esther Greenbaum's cooking, then there are fireworks. The food here is great tonight.
Yeah.
So, when I was married to the Jewish guy, once Hanukkah and Thanksgiving showed up at the same exact night. It's times like that I wish I was still married because my mother-in-law only had to eat over once. She was one of those nagging kind of mother-in-laws. But now I'm single and I went out with this guy from Bragg Street, Brooklyn. Anybody from Brooklyn here? Yeah. So he was from Bragg Street. He had very little to brag about because his singles ad said he loves long hikes. Then why, when we were in his building on Bragg Street, did he press the elevator to go up 1 flight? Loves long hikes. Maybe the knapsack on his back was weighing him down from his hikes, but he didn't. They exaggerate. Then I met another guy. He was also from Brooklyn. He wrote on his singles ad, loves romantic horse and buggy rides. Hello, you're not Amish, you live in Sheepshead Bay. But now I'm looking back at the good old days when we went to Woodstock. Anybody go to the concerts back in the day? I went to Woodstock 50 years ago. And then last year I went to another concert called Coachella. It was in California, but the same exact rock stars were in both shows. But to show you the difference, like Mick Jagger was singing Satisfaction with the Rolling Stones, and he goes like this in the middle of the song, he goes like this. I stood up and I raised my hand. No, Mick Jagger. I paid $1,000 to be here in California at this concert. And the flight and all. You sing Satisfaction to me. Don't hand me the microphone to sing. And then at Woodstock, there was a tent. And the tent was for bad acid trips. You know what the tent was for at Coachella? Bad acid indigestion. And when we used to be in those VW buses, we had a saying, if this VW is rocking, don't come a knocking. But at Coachella, the sign on the bus said, don't you go fussing till I've had my Robitussin. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having me. And here's Curtis. Thank you, Curtis.
Hey, Lady Witt, please give it up for the beautiful Lady